Hello and welcome to episode 2 of The Guy Who Says Stuff. You join me, the WildWestGamer, here in the Gaming Grotto on the second part of the new sub-show called The Guy Who Says Stuff. I hope you guys like the first one. I'm literally just filming a second one now. The reason is because I thought I'd give you guys two. That seems to be the thing. When the new show comes out, they give you the first two, and that gives you a taste for how's it going. Now, I've been summing up in my mind two things that really pissed me off. The first thing I thought was people who say well done after you serve them instead of thank you. You know, the way they go, here's your change, it's so-and-so, and they go, well done, and then walk off. You're like, well done? Why are you saying well done? You say thank you. I've just served you. You don't say well done. I didn't fucking climb up a mountain to get your change. The till fucking counted it for me. All you have to say is thank you for me not throwing it on the floor like a fucking chimpanzee. Not well done. I didn't fucking go and forge the money for you. I didn't cut down a tree, process the wood, pulp it, turn it into paper, print pictures of the Queen on it, then authenticize it with the Bank of London and then give it to you. I just fucking took money out of the till and gave it to you. But no, people who say well done instead of thank you will be saved for another day. Probably, in fact, never for another day, because I basically summed up what pissed me off. But today, something more important. Something which I feel threatens the very fabric of civilization. Something which is genuinely the Antichrist. Seriously, something to watch out for big time. Now, considering that this is the sort of very early stages of a channel, which I'm hoping is going to grow and grow and get bigger and bigger, and hoping become something I'm really, 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 really proud of, instead of just really, 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 really proud of. And that's all down to you guys for watching. Thank you very much. This is really risky and controversial subject to be talking about. Something that genuinely a lot of people will genuinely skin me, eat my flesh, then ship me out, then stuff me back inside my skin and re-sew me up and let me walk around as this shitbag person. Seriously, that's how strongly people feel about this. But I have to say it. I'm not going to sit on the sidelines anymore. I'm not going to be scared of the outcome of this. I'm just going to say it. Alright? My second episode for The Guy Who Says Stuff, courtesy of the WildWestGamer, which is me, hello there, is Justin Bieber. That's right, I fucking said it. Justin Bieber. This son of a bitch has got it coming. Now, lots of people don't like Justin Bieber. Lots more people do. Actually, I'm not sure. There's probably more people who don't like Justin Bieber. It's just like the Justin Bieber fans, or the believers, are sort of like the fucking the fucking Godfather, right? They're seriously, they're what was the Godfather family called? I can't remember, but it's a bit what's his name? Michael. I'm gonna make him enough he can refuse. I'm hoping by reciting lines from the film that it's just gonna bring the name into my mind. Come on, what was the name of the Godfather family? It was the... Oh my god, I can't remember. One of my favourite films, I can't remember the name of the main characters. That is fan failure. But not as much as fan failure for Justin Bieber. Oh yeah, seriously, Justin Bieber fans are insane. But why? Well, let's look at the cause. So, Justin Bieber, global mega hyperstar. Seriously, this guy is essentially Jesus in a teenage boy's body. Seriously, actually, I think he's older than a teenager. I think he's in his early 20s. Actually, you know what? I don't even give a shit. I don't care if the guy's fucking 40 and he's just got some weird genetic disorder which makes him look like a... I don't care if he's a fucking Time Lord. Seriously. If he was the last Time Lord, I would fucking kill him. Because... you know what? Well, I wouldn't kill him. That's kind of harsh. But, I'd do something to his voice box probably, and, perhaps something to his face. Because the guy pisses me off. Seriously. And also, the point of that reference to him being a Time Lord is the fact that everyone knows the last Time Lord is the Doctor, and I'm a massive Doctor Who fan. So the point of that would be I would actually genuinely sacrifice the last Time Lord if it meant getting rid of Justin Bieber. Not to remove him from existence, just to remove him from his sort of global existence. From the influence he has. Why? Because the guy's a dick. Oh yeah, trust me, the guy's a massive dick. My first reason why I don't like Justin Bieber is because of believers. Now, I'm sorry, if you're watching this and you're a believer and you're a reasonably sane, normal human being, good for you. You've beaten the odds. Because for some reason, this guy attracts fucking nutcases. Literally. You say one bad word about Justin Bieber, like I'm going to, and you get threatened with death. Seriously? Is this like, in this day and age, no one can take fucking criticism? I mean, if it's the most well-balanced thing, like, hey Justin, why'd you turn up 4 fucking hours late for a concert I paid half my fucking earnings in a year for? You know, why, but, you know, what's your point in that, dickhead? Something, you know, genuinely, you know, decent to ask a guy who you've just paid, like I said, half your year's salary to go and see. People flip out. They're like, how dare you? You know, Justin's got a life as well. Yeah, his fucking life is to entertain me because I pay his fucking wages, dickface. That's why I have a right to be pissed off about it. But Beliebers can't handle it. Oh yeah, I feel fucking stupid just saying Beliebers. I'm just going to say Justin Bieber fans, apart from the fact it takes too fucking long to say it, so I'm going to have to say Beliebers. But the fact is, Beliebers flip out. They can't handle it. It's like, oh, you've said something about our Messiah, the cult of Justin Bieber. How fucking psycho does that sound? Seriously, in 30 years' time, when Justin Bieber is a washed-up drug addict like Lindsay Lohan, are you still going to be this hardcore about it? When the guy's like got hepatitis from banging some skank in an alley, are you still going to be so hyper? Like, he's the best guy in the world. He's so honest. He's not. He's a dick. He's a massive asshole. Seriously, the second someone starts slating someone else on one of his Twitter or whatever the fuck he's on, you know, someone starts going, you know, oh, you're going to fucking die, we're going to find you, we're going to fucking kill you, we're going to stab you, we're going to cut out your eyes and then stick them up your bum so when you poo, you can see the poo hitting your eyes. Something crazy like that. Seriously, I'm pretty sure someone said something like that. That's not just embellishment. Alright, it's a little bit of embellishment, but, you know, kind of pooey embellishment. Anyway, so that's what kind of people, that's what the sort of thing they say. And you go, no, that's not fair. Someone is asking a genuine reason to why this guy thought it was okay to turn up so late to a concert when he advertised on the thing, Justin Bieber performing at this time. You said the performance starts at this time. You do not get to turn up late, dude. Seriously, I don't care if you're trying to look more rock and roll. Here's like a big slap in the face for you. You are not rock. You are not, you know, Axl Rose. You are not Slash. You are not, you know, you are not. You're not James Hetfield. You're not Metallica. You're not Aerosmith. You're not. I'm so angry with the way this guy seems to think he's able to act that I can't even think of awesome rock bands, you know, metal bands, anything like that. Just, you're not anyone who is rock. Seriously, you're not even fucking Wheatus. And they fucking straddle the line between pop and rock fucking more flippily than flipping flip. This is how angry I am. My fucking vocabulary centers on my brain has stopped working. Seriously though, you do not get to go, oh well, I was turning up late because I'm so rock and roll. That's not how Justin Bieber speaks. I imagine he speaks more like, I'm so rock and roll, I can turn up 4 hours fucking late, man. Yeah, fuck you. That's probably how Justin Bieber sounds, like a massive twat. Seriously, dude, you are not rock. Stop trying to act like it. You are a massive product. I bet you thought I was going to say someone else then. You are a massive product of the pop industry. You couldn't be more pop if you dressed in glitter and sparkles and, I don't know, got off of a chair on the keynote. Sorry, Westlife, but come on, guys. That was probably the most poppiest thing you could do. Seriously, that is what Justin Bieber is about. He is pop through and through. You cannot... Excuse me, I choked on my own anger. You cannot get more pop than Justin Bieber. He represents everything that is pop. So if him to justify turning up late as, well, you know, I was trying to be more rock and roll, ain't gonna fly, mate. You just look like a twat. If you're like, you know, if you are Guns N' Roses and you decide to turn up 5 hours late, the reason people love you is because you're a badass. You turn up 5 hours late because fuck you. That's why. It flies with hardcore metal fans because, to be fair, they're so wasted, it probably doesn't fucking feel like 5 hours. In fact, they probably saw the performance before it started. They're tripping out so much. So yeah, that's fine. But when you're pop and when all, you know, your image is so squeaky clean, and the fact you're sold on that squeaky clean image, now is a bad time to start trying to act like a badass. Seriously, not good. It's not gonna work. So yeah, that's my point. And that's my opinion about that. But going back to Beliebers, you know, the way that they flip out and start attacking people, he does not jump to anyone's defense. I've not seen him jump on his Twitter side because I don't follow him actively. But my point is, it would be nice to see, because every time someone gets threatened on his Twitter, it tends to be in the paper because it tends to be quite severe. You know, a lot of people ganging up on one person, and it's normally over really mediocre stuff as well, which makes it all the more psycho. It's like, people do not people do not like go. He doesn't go. You know what? Violence is wrong. Anger is wrong. Hatred is wrong. Can people, who are attacking these people, back off? Let's show them that, we are rational, normal, well-mannered, balanced human beings, and that it's right to let them have their say. In the same right, it's our right to have our say that we think Justin Bieber's the greatest. If it was like that, I'd probably be like, you know what, this dude's all right. He's pretty cool. He's pretty, he's all right. He's there defending the people who don't like him. He's here defending the people who are giving him a hard time because it's their right to say so, and it's the right of the believers to listen. And that's fair. And then if everyone has a balanced, calm conversation about why they're unhappy, perhaps, it'll be fine. And perhaps if you don't turn up 4 hours late to a concert like a massive prick, then perhaps people will be happy in the, first place anyway. But the fact is, that never can happen because as with all fandom, it has to be super extreme. It's either people fucking hate you or people fucking will die for you. Like when the believers started, some believers started posting pictures of them cutting themselves because Justin Bieber was seen smoking like a joint. Right. First of all, if you are squeaky clean pop idol smoking like spliffs in public, dumb fucking idea. You're a dumbass for doing that because you represent, in a lot of people's eyes, the ideal boy, I guess. That's a really creepy thing to say, but for a lot of young girls, you're the ideal boyfriend material. Smoking drugs is not a clever way to, try and, represent yourself as an idol to these young impressionable teenage girls or guys can like Justin Bieber if you've got no fucking life. I'm sorry, alright, if you like Justin Bieber, fair enough. I know this comes across as me attacking him, and it is, but it's only for his negative points, sorry. I'm sure he has talent somewhere hidden away very far, far away in a place that's called Narnia or Magic Land or Imagination Land or some fucking made up place which I know doesn't exist. That's fair enough. That's fine. I don't mind at all if you like him. My point is, though, that this guy represents something really important to a lot of young people. And if they can't, when you do stupid shit like smoking spliffs, people start cutting themselves and threatening to killing themselves. Yeah, you fucked up. You need to go and sort that shit out. Like, I don't know, go give fucking $2 million to some anti-drugs campaign or something like that and swear to God you'll never do it again and all that sort of shit, because doing it is really dumb when you get caught, because then your fans either think, my God, I've lost all faith in him, I'm going to go throw myself off a bridge, which probably some of them have done, which again is really fucking stupid because it's Justin Bieber. Grow up. Also, second of all, some people are going to think it's okay to smoke drugs. That's not okay. All right, you know what? If everyone's got their own view on what's legal and what's not, to be fair though, I stipulate what's legal as in what's in the fucking law. So don't break the law. And if you are going to smoke drugs, do it in the privacy of your own home with other consenting adults who are at least over the age of 18, who don't have any children in the nearby area, who haven't got any responsibilities beyond just being complete fucking weed heads or whatever. Just do it recreationally in the somewhere far away from harming anyone else. That's fine. If you're really going to do it that way. I'm not saying it's right to do it. I'm just saying if you're going to do it, make sure you're doing it with other people who want to do it. You're not threatening anyone else's health. So but this is the thing. If he's Justin Bieber, teen idol that he is seen doing this, it may encourage other younger people, which is really bad. Now, no one knows if it was a spliff or not. I think he denied it, but a lot of people saying it looked suspiciously like one. If it was, the point is, any sort of wasn't it, is always going to lead people to go in, well, perhaps it was, so perhaps we should try it. Smoke a cigarette. Make sure people know it's a cigarette, like a plain straight or something like that. Fine, alright, smoking's not great for you as well, but I smoke a pipe, so I'm not exactly going to go against the whole smoking thing here. If you like smoking, everyone's got their vice, right? And I guess the guy's stressed out from being, a 24-hour douchebag. I guess he's got to have some vice. I just assumed being a massive tool was it. But yeah, so that's my second thing, the way the guy's now starting to behave. And actually, this carries on, actually, sorry. I'm going to have some fuel, because this one's a big one. The way the guy, like I said, is starting to act like a bit more of a rebel. The only thing, though, is it's not acting like more of a rebel. You want to act like a rebel as you grow from, into a young man? Here's an idea. Do a couple shirtless, photo, shoots on motorcycles, some grungy big, bikers with tattoos all over you. Stuff like that. Why not, I don't know, go down to the beach and start dating some hot bikini babe. I don't know. Why don't you say shit once in a while live on TV? Something like that. Don't start beating the shit out of paparazzi, turning up late to concerts, and then going, kicking off at the fans when they turn around and go, dude, why are you acting like a massive twat? Those are good reasons, yeah? That is a good point. There are plenty of ways that musicians and artists have transitioned from squeaky clean image to a more mature, image, alright? In fact, I'm going to go back and say, doing, more rough and ready sort of photo shoots, swearing, dating bimbos. No, actually, screw that. That sounds fucking stupid, and I take that back, in fact. Just make more mature themed songs. There's a good idea. Why don't you try writing your own songs? And if anyone goes, well, he does. Oh, fuck off, does he? He does not write his own songs. I do not believe that in a second that he writes his own songs. And in fact, I think we all probably know he doesn't. And if he claims he does, well, boo fucking who for the person who actually is writing his songs. Write more mature songs. Write about drug addiction and, people trying to beat it. Write about perhaps someone caught in an abusive relationship, finding the strength to leave it. Perhaps write about war. Write about poverty. Write about, important political events. But he won't do that, will he? No, because that means he'll probably alienate a certain fan base. He'll probably lose money, and the studios don't want him to do it. They want him to be a beacon they want him to be a cash cow. That is what he is. He is a cash cow. He simply draws in cash continuously, paying all the studios, paying all of his, employees, people who only say yes, never no, stop being a jerk. That's all he does. Seriously, and that pisses me off. I get that the business you're in demands you behave a certain way, but the fact is, when you go so against what you're basically selling, it makes you look like a massive hypocrite and a massive douchebag. Seriously, you are being sold as a squeaky clean pop artist, but here's you in your personal life trying to break away from that. It looks like you're biting the hand that feeds you, to be quite frank, and that then looks like you're selfish. Oh, and this is the big thing. This is what pisses me off. Because of the way his personal life is now starting to explode on Twitter, whenever it was, his 21st or whatever it was, worst birthday ever, and he got something like 2 BMWs. 2 fucking BMWs! Dude, I own a fucking Skoda, and that piece of shit broke down the other night. Me and my 2 friends who were fucking blasted had to try and jumpstart that piece of shit in a car park outside a closed Blockbuster at fucking 12:30 at night, and you're complaining because you got a fucking 2 BMWs. Oh, poor boo fucking who, Justin, boo fucking who, dude. I tell you what, one of those BMW probably costs more than what I earned in a decade, and you're pissing yourself over like some fucking what do you not get? The right colour of BMW? You fucking selfish prick. Seriously, there are people fucking dying in the world because they cannot afford to feed themselves or clothe themselves. There are people who have to walk 50 miles to get water, which isn't even clean, to then go and feed to their children, which is actively killing them, but they have no other choice because there is no clean water, and these people know that their life is going to be one hard, endless, painful slog until the day they eventually die, and their children have to repeat the same process, and they know that unless their children die before them in their arms, in the most horrific, most awful, god-forsaken corner of the world, and you're complaining because you got 2 fucking BMWs or however many BMWs or whatever the fuck you got from your millionaire friends, and apparently that made it the worst birthday ever. You selfish fucking prick. You idiot. You arrogant, egocentric little dick. Seriously, that's seriously what you think is acceptable to put on Twitter? Someone who never, if he decided to stop working this second, he would never have to worry about money again. If I earned in one day what that guy earns, I would fucking hell. I would just be able to sit on my fat ass for the rest of my life and know that me, my children, my children's children, and my children's 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 children were probably going to be safe financially forever. Seriously, that is probably how much that guy earns. Or at least how I would spend it, because hey, I'm not a massive, dick, so I wouldn't go blast it on whatever shit he blasts it on. I'd actually put it towards something useful, like a house, and making sure my family were financially secure, and helping out my friends so they could buy their own houses and stuff like that, and making sure that any like bills and stuff like that, or any debts. Hey Justin, debts, what us real people have to deal with, any stuff like that, stuff like that. Yeah, I make sure that was all sorted out, so I had a fairly stressful free life. And you know what then I do the next day? I go back out to work. Yeah, that's right. I'd go back out to work because, funnily enough, that's what I do. I've got principles. I've got morals. Yeah, something that clearly you don't have. You know, that little thing in your mind that says, think before you speak? Yeah, clearly that fucking evacuated the day you signed all those contracts and you were bazillion dollars every, fucking second. Shit like that. When you put shit on like a social media site, makes you look like the biggest tool in the world. Seriously. But what pisses me off is I don't see the believers flocking away from them. I don't see them running in another direction. Funny enough, in another One Direction. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a big fan of One Direction. They piss me off. But at least, to be fair, you know what? They kind of come across as cheeky chappies. They're a little bit alright. I'd rather sing one of their songs than someone else's. I would rip my eyes out after doing it. Sorry, that sounds like the most hardcore fucking karaoke ever. I'm going to sing a One Direction song, but after that I'm going to rip out my pupils. That would be funny to see. But still, people don't seem to leave Justin Bieber. He does this. He acts like a child. He beats up paparazzi. Well, he didn't beat up the paparazzi. He pushed the paparazzi. But the guy was in his right to say, don't be a dick to me, dude. I'm just taking your picture. Funny enough, one of the ways that you make more publicity, which earns you more money. And Justin Bieber's all like up in this guy's face because apparently the guy did say, fuck off back to America. And he's like, hey, man, I'm Canadian. I was like, yeah, dude, I would have taken American. But fair play. Actually, that's not bad. To be fair, you know what? Canadians are awesome. There are way more Canadians. Actually, to be fair, half the famous Americans you think are American are actually Canadian. Seriously. Mindfuck, right? But yeah, but then again, that's the same thing. That's like the way though, like Andy Murray is British when he's winning in Wimbledon, and then he's Scottish when he loses. It's really unfair. Seriously, it's like it's like Terry Wogan is British, and then when he goes and says something fucking stupid, it's like Terry Wogan is Welsh. It's like, hang on, is Terry Wogan Welsh? Hello, I'm Terry Wogan. See, is that not just me saying I'm Terry Wogan with a Welsh accent? I don't know. That probably didn't even sound like a Welsh accent on then. That probably just sounded like me, probably, I don't know, twisting my balls. Which, some of you, maybe even in America or China or in Russia, have no idea who Terry Wogan is. So this tangent became very, very, very tiny sort of awareness of what I'm actually on about. But, needless to say, Justin Bieber, when you act like a dick, you are seen by the whole world, dude. Seriously. And when you come from this squeaky clean background and try to be a rebel, it just comes across as you biting the hand that feeds you. Not cool. Probably the final thing, because I've been ranting for a while now, this is the number one reason what pisses me off about Justin Bieber. Not the selfishness, not the egocentricity, not the fact that he's this wealthy, super rich guy who, completely seems to neglect the fact that he lives in a world where billions of people suffer every day. This is the one thing that annoys me. The guy made money, lots of money, out of singing songs about love, relationships, and being together for all of time when he was a child. Yeah, alright, he was in his early teens, but seriously? Like, what's it? Baby, 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 ooh, baby, 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 ooh, always thought you'd be mine, or whatever the heck way he goes. Always thought you'd be mine. Dude, you could probably buy the chick you're singing about the wrong coloured squishy, and she would probably fucking flip and leave you. Seriously, you're singing about love, and the video shot at a bowling alley. Oh yeah, because all great relationships start at bowling alleys. We all know they start in nightclubs. That's where the relationships are born, in dark, dingy, sordid corners of a sticky floor, sweaty air, skanky smelling nightclub. That's where beautiful stuff is born, people. Beautiful magic is made there. Seriously, like, you cannot sing about love and romance and and like soul binding happiness when you are 15 years old. He was probably a little bit older or a little bit younger. I don't give a shit. The point is though, it's like when fucking Chris Brown sings about relationships that you go, fucking hell, dude. That it seems unbelievable. And that guy's like, what, in his 30s or something? Yeah, we know. And Chris Brown sings about it, or fucking like, seriously, no joke, I listen to like 50 Cent talking about bitches and hoes, and I feel like he knows more about like deep, meaningful, loving relationships than Justin Bieber does. Seriously, and no offense, I really like 50 Cent songs, actually. Guilty pleasure, big time. But the thing is, Justin Bieber, it just doesn't seem believable. No offense. I mean, like, alright, again, I'm going to go back to One Direction. I'm pretty sure One Direction sings songs about that. And to be fair, it seems pretty ironic when you consider one of them cheated on his girlfriend, perhaps more than once. And for any one of you out there, one of you directions who goes, he didn't cheat on her, the pictures fucking tell more than any words could. Seriously. And there is no need to try and even deny it when you see the pictures of what both of them looked like a couple of days after that story broke. He looked like he was so far in the doghouse, he was finding, stuff that dogs keep at the back of their dog houses. Shit like that. He just looked fucking... He done bad. We know he cheated, alright? So when you hear One Direction talking about, commitment and stuff like that, you go, yeah, until, one of their girlfriends is out of sight. Shit like that. But Justin Bieber, it just for some reason seems so fake. And also the fact that he had that really stupid Beatles haircut. The fucking Beatles looked stupid when they had that during the 60s or whenever the fuck they were around, when it was black and white, before anyone invented Technicolor for the world. I always like the idea that they should add on a bit at the beginning of the Bible that said, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth, etc., etc., etc. And then, a couple thousand years later, God invented Technicolor, and he saw that it was awesome. And then they all sat down and watched Thunderbirds. Seriously, that's how they should seriously add a bit into the Bible, because Technicolor is awesome. You all remember that shit. Sat down there, watching Thunderbirds, you see Technicolor at the beginning, you go, oh yeah, shit's about to get real now. I'm going to see me some puppets in full colour. Booyah! People lost their shit back in the day. You think now we've got 3D, and seriously, you show someone from the 1950s 3D, their mind would fucking explode. Their eyes would burst and their ears would start bleeding. Seriously, think how fucking awesome 3D is. Alright, I'm not a massive fan, but when it's done right, whoa. Seriously, you just see an audience full of 1950s cinema goers watching 3D would they'd be tearing each other to pieces, just flipping out, going, my god, there's a fucking dinosaur. Just shit like that would be fucking awesome, man. I'd pay to see that. Just seeing your grandparents in their heyday flipping out as fucking like a leaf in Avatar comes waving out of the screen. They're like, ah, fuck! Just... I don't know, fucking hell, my mind's just gone. I'm just getting really warm. I'm just drinking basically sugar, and I've got so much fucking light coming off either the laptop or the screen that I'm probably getting radiation poisoning. But either way, woo! So that was kind of it really for the second episode of The Guy Who Says Stuff. Justin Bieber. Is he a decent guy? Well, if he, perhaps the guy in 30 years' time is going to have an epiphany that, he spent the majority of his early career being a complete dickwad, and he's going to donate Bill Gates does to charity, 3/4 of his total earnings or something like that. Fair play if he does that, but the fact is I just don't see the behaviour of this guy that demands respect, especially not on the degree that his fans give him. Now, I'm going to go and say now, I'm going to end this with a really important part, that anyone in life is allowed to believe what they believe, and as long as it doesn't physically cause someone harm, or mentally scars them or something like that, then I'm happy to let people believe what they believe. Bygone be bygone. Each to their own. You say potato, I say potato, tomato, tomato, whatever, any shit like that. I'm happy for anyone to believe whatever they believe as long as it doesn't cause another person harm, or super offensive or something like that. But but my point is that believers, if you're a believer, a hardcore believer, before you threaten to rip out my fingernails and shove them in my ears so that the next time I try to hear something, all I can hear is the pain of my fingers screaming, just stop and just go, what, I see why this guy is upset at this guy, because as a father, my daughter in a couple of years' time is going to have a teen idol who she probably looks up to. And I can tell you now, as a father, if Justin Bieber acted like the way, if my daughter's teen idol acted the way that Justin Bieber does for his teen fans, I would be pissed and I would hunt that guy down and I would make him understand how much of a twat he had been. Because at the end of the day, it's the youngest fans who look up to Justin Bieber, and their behaviour can be affected by how this guy acts. So after that incredibly deep and powerful sort of summary of why I detest of Justin Bieber and how I hope he changes his ways, I'm going to leave you with some really important words that a great man once left me, which is check it, the jungle is massive. And on that note, I will see you guys later, either on the next Wild West Gamer review, preview, whatever, or perhaps on the next The Guy Who Says Stuff. So thanks again, guys, for watching. Again, another half-an-hour video. I'm really making up for not doing many videos recently. And yeah, take it easy. I'm going to go and, I don't know, fix my shoe so I look like a tramp. Maybe I am. Is a tramp still a tramp if he lives in a house? I don't know. Isn't that a book by Dr. Seuss? The Tramp in a House? Or is that the Cat in the Hat? Cat in a Hat. How ridiculous. Anyway, see you guys on the next thing. Have fun and be productive with most of the things you do in your life. Not all of them, because you need, set yourself some targets, right? So yeah. Wow, look at the glare in my glasses. Wow, cool. I'm like Cyclops from X-Men. No, not really. That's fucking lame. Right, see you guys later. Have fun. Peace out. Or in. Maybe. Bye.